there YouTube, this is Okage here today to tell you about the new Pokemon games that just got announced. And I couldn't be more excited because Hoenn is confirmed! For real, I'm not even joking this time. It's about time because I really wanted these units. Just extremely excited. Now, a few things I want to get to. I'm going to start with the box art because that's the currently only thing we got about this game that we know of. So as you can see by the picture I have here on the screen, Groudon and Groudon and Kyogre seem to be different. I think this is their Mega Evolutions. And I'm not sure why it's going to be called Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but it might change it in the plot somehow. We'll find out when more information is released. But it looks like there's going to be new Mega Evolutions. So the first thing that comes to my mind is that there's going to be other Mega Evolutions besides just them, of course. Most obvious right now being Rayquaza because it's the Weather Trio. Why should Rayquaza? That's not my bias to Rayquaza because I love Rayquaza. It's my favorite legendary because I don't want it to be a Mega Evolution. I try to get a Mega Evolution. I really want it to have a Mega Evolution. Now, my predictions for new Mega Evolutions is Rayquaza, Sceptile, Swampert, and if these aren't their Mega Evolutions, which I highly doubt they aren't, but just in case, Groudon and Kyogre. Some other ones I'd like to see would be Metagross and Milotic, because we're not sure if Wallace or Steven will be the champion. In my opinion, Steven made a great after-game champion, and Wallace made sense as the champion of the Hoenn region, because the Hoenn region is region of water. So, here's my proposition, because there's two water specialists in this case, Hoenn and Wallace. Also, I like Hoenn better than Jimmy. So, just make Hoenn pure ice types, because that would make more sense. And, yeah, I think Mega Evolution will probably be taking more precedence in this game than I originally thought. I thought it'd just be an after-game kind of thing only, but since the legendaries have Mega Evolutions, I'm going to assume that it's going to probably happen early on in the game. Steven will probably give you your Mega Stone in Dewford Cave instead of Steel Wing. Something they should definitely keep in is the Battle Frontier. That was great after game introduced in Emerald. It's one of the reasons why I love Emerald so much, so I need to include that. Another thing I need to include is the battle between the Weather Trio and the original, not original, in Emerald, because I just really love that scene. So I need to include that. It looks so nice and 3D too, compared to the Game Boy Advance version. Well, it looks nice in the Game Boy Advance version. Just imagine how awesome it would be to see their battle in full 3D. I mean, that scene with the Xerneas/Yveltal and X and Y was already pretty beautiful. Now, try seeing that with the battle between the Weather Trio. And it'd be even more awesome if they're in their Mega Evolutions when it happens. Now, one thing that most definitely needs to be fixed, besides just the after game, I'm certain that's going to get fixed. That's not an issue I have. I know that's going to be fixed. But would be the biggest problem I have with Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, even though I think Emerald fixes almost everything, is the rivals. You have to admit, May and Brendan were pathetic examples of a rival. I mean, right after Silver, we had May and Brendan, and they were just, no. They gave up before the starter was even fully evolved. So I say give them one more battle right outside Moss Teeth Gym after you beat the gym leader. Not directly afterwards, but you know, you heal up and everything. Where you get to see their final evolved starter and fight them for the last time. If not, Moss Teeth and Topless. And for Wally, he needs to have more than just 2 battles. I think he can be fit in after the 5th gym badge and after the 8th gym. No. So flip that. May after the 8th gym badge. Wally after the 7th. That makes a lot more sense. Because you're battling Wally again in the Victory Road. so there should be a little bit more of a difference between the gym badges at least. My top 5 hopes for this game will be number 1, better after game. This has to be a better after game because the after game in Ruby and Sapphire wasn't all that good, and Emerald did improve it. But you know, it just still feels lackluster even with Battlefield here. And number 4. Biggest hope would be for contests to be playable online. You know, like you battle with your friends, play against your friends online in contests. Because that was one of the coolest features of Ruby and Sapphire. Number 3, secret bases, being able to use them online. You know, like sort of how the underground thing in Sinnoh worked, but on a bigger scale, because the Wi-Fi has improved since then. What number am I on? Number 4. I'm not sure what else I want. I just want these games. That's all I want. My hopes don't matter. I'm buying it either way. All these hopes can be shattered. I'll still buy the game. Maybe even both. And I'm just extremely excited. These got announced right in time. I can pre-order them for my birthday now. I'm like, yes. I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. And I just want the games to retain Emerald storyline. But if they don't, because I can see them having to go with Ruby and Sapphire's storyline, because otherwise, it's not Groudon Kyber's stories for Rayquaza's. So here's a little theory I have for that. I think it'll go the same way it did in Ruby and Sapphire, except after the legendary of your respective games awaken, you have to awaken the other one to stop it. Thus, you need to get the Jade Orb from Steven, I guess, and you'll go and get Rayquaza, and that will stop the battle. That's my view. Oh, and you'll also have the other orb for your respective legendary. You get to keep that so you can catch them later on, thus keeping them game separated, game exclusive. Even though I'd rather catch them both in the same game, Game Freak tends to go with that. So that's how I see them still keeping Rayquaza in there with Ruby and Sapphire story. Now, before I go, just one last thing to discuss: how people were complaining about certain things, like back when it first came out. I feel like these games are going to improve 100% upon the originals. And when I say 100%, I mean it. Here are a few gripes people have with Ruby and Sapphire. There was no day and night system. Definitely has been fixed. You couldn't transfer your Pokemon. Pokemon Bank allows you to transfer your Pokemon. Not non-moving sprites, because we have 3D models now. Oh, and Emerald already had moving sprites anyway. And the water. Here's my suggestion to all of you. Buy Max Repels. It took me 2 Max Repels to get to Moss Deep, and another 2 to get to Topless. I would buy a maximum of 10. You don't even need to buy all that many. There's so much I want to discuss, but we don't know too much about these games right now, so I'm going to leave it at that. Give a thumbs up for Hoenn confirmed, and leave a comment down below who you think should get a new Mega Evolution. And that's all. So, goodbye. Pika-pee, pika.